In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can know the firing order of a multi-cylinder engine. Multi-cylinder engine simply means the engine has more than one cylinder. So how can you identify the firing order? The number one means is by checking the engine manual. Your engine must simply come with manual. You can check the engine manual. If you check the engine manual, you are going to know the firing order of the engine. The manufacturer always included the firing order of an engine in your manual because you need the firing order when you are setting the injection pump timing or you are adjusting the valve and other things. So the first place you should check is your engine manual. But sometimes you may not have the engine manual. Where should you check again? You need to check for the nameplate. Look around the engine. You are going to see what is called a nameplate. This is an example of a nameplate. This is a plate where the information about the engine is written. In most cases, you are going to see the firing order of engine written on it. There's other information also written on the nameplate, and sometimes on the valve cover. In some engine you are going to see the firing order written on the valve cover. But don't confuse, the firing order is different from engine numbering. The engine numbering always go in sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4. While the firing order is not going that sequence, it could be 1, 3, 4, 2, depending on the firing order of the engine. So don't mix the firing order and engine numbering together. And what is number 3 is for you to try the common firing order. Most engine cylinders has common firing order. For example, when you are talking about diesel engine and you are talking about 4-cylinder engine, in most cases the firing order is usually 1, 3, 4, 2. So you need to try the most common firing order for a particular engine cylinders. If you are having 6-cylinder, you know the firing order is usually, you will look for the firing order. The most common firing order is 4-cylinder. You look for the most common firing order. If it's 6-cylinder, this is the firing order. Do you see it? This is the firing order of 6-cylinder, the most common one. So you can try the most common firing order to know the firing order of your engine. If you try the firing order, the most common one, and your engine works, that means that is the firing order of your engine. Another means you can use, which is number 4, is that you can use the rotation of the injection pump. When your injection pump is on timing, then you crack the engine, you rev the engine. When you rev the engine, the injection pump is going to shoot. When injection pump shoot, that is eject or spray diesel. When it spray, just look at the sequence in which your injection pump shoots diesel. Copy it. That's the firing order of your engine. In fact, this is the secret in which I always use. I ensure that the engine is on timing, then I rev the engine. By the time you crank the engine, in most cases your number 1 will shoot. When your number 1 shoot, the next one that shoot, the next one that eject fuel is the next firing order. That is how you are going to see it in sequence. That is another secret on how you can identify your firing order of your engine. And what is number 5? You need to check the rotation of your crankshaft and your camshaft. When your engine is on timing, when all the timing are correspond, then look at, by the time your number 1 is at TDC, look which number again is at TDC. If your number 1 work with your number 5, for example, is 6-cylinder, that is to tell you that 1, 5. Then you rotate the engine again. That is how you are going to check. You can open your valve cover. Then you will notice the correspond between when your piston is at TDC and the valve, which is the camshaft. So this is another secret. When you rotate Again, which cylinder is on firing order and which valve is open. Like that, the relationship between your crankshaft and your camshaft will really help you to know the firing order of an engine. I've used this method too. Is though you need to understand the engine very well before you can use this method. And what is number 6 is you look for the identical engine. Look for that engine somewhere else. Look for that engine and ask the user or the mechanic that repair the engine the find order of the engine. That is the most easiest way. In fact, that should be the number one thing you should do. If you can see the engine, then you can ask for the firing order, and when the person give you the firing order, it makes your work easier. And number 7 I'll mention is to contact the manufacturer. If you check the manual, if you do have the manual, if you can Google the manufacturer, then you can ask them the firing order of that engine model. They will supply you, though sometimes some information might cost you a little money, but it's worth it. As soon as you know it, you keep using it in a subsequent time. So these are the 7 methods or ways in which you can know the firing order of an engine. Do you know the firing order of your engine? Which engine would you like to know the firing order? Go to the comment section, let me know if it's something I can help you to track. See you in another video where I talk how to identify firing order, this time in gasoline engine. See you in that video. Thanks for watching.